welcome back to day 3 of the Sea Dragon Battle powered by MSI, sponsored by A-Data. My name is articshadow and joining me today is none other than Flair, who's been with me for the last 2 days. How you doing, Flair? Still good?
Still good. Ready to watch some games?
Yep, ready to watch some games. Unfortunately, yesterday there was some issues with the Australian team who is taking part in this tournament, and they had to forfeit. So that meant that there weren't any games for us to cast. So the rest of the games were casted by, I believe, Lily on the Dota Talk TV Channel 1. But we're back today. We are in Group C, where we'll be covering Gseven, Powerplay from Malaysia, Gseven from Myanmar, I believe, and Green Can Fly from Singapore. The other team, which is Regal in this group from the Philippines, will be all covered on the Dota Talk TV channel. Have you heard of Team Regal though, from Philippines?
No.
Yeah, I actually haven't heard of them either. So yeah, anyway, not too sure what's going on there. But yeah, let's jump straight into this game. First matchup, we have Gseven going to be taking on Powerplay. So it's going to be a Malaysian versus Myanmar lineup today. Jumping straight into the bans, we see Razor being banned out. And of course, Razor, a really strong hero. Both early to mid game, especially once he picks up the eggs. He just can go through those towers, go through those buildings. So indispensable ban. But what about this ban here right now? Meepo.
Well, maybe they just doesn't like to play against Meepo, or they doesn't have counter for Meepo.
Yeah, but why Meepo though? Meepo is not exactly a hero where, you play in every competitive game. It's not a hero that you see being picked up often, of course. So really curious to see why they actually banned out the Meepo. Maybe they know something about Gseven that we don't. Maybe they did their research, or maybe they have some history with Gseven where Gseven actually picks up Meepo quite a bit. Not too sure, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see why the first banning, it's a first ban worthy hero for Powerplay here. So the other two bans are coming up. It's Doombringer and of course Lycan. Pretty standard bans, Lycan, strong split push hero, able to take down towers, push down lanes really quickly, and of course Doom. Doom in the competitive scene, is Doom usually played as an offlaner or a jungler or a safe farmer? He can be played in any role, right?
Yeah, but that depends on the team lineup. So yeah, you could go for any role, except for mid, of course.
Yeah, I think I have seen one game where Doom went mid. It didn't work out too well, but I did see one game. I can't remember which game that was though. But yeah, Doombringer, really strong overall hero with that Doom, able to jump in and stop the initiation of the opposite team. Maybe Doom onto a core hero like Tinker or Faceless Void, preventing him from using his skills, basically locking him down. So a really strong hero overall, and wow, 2 quick picks in succession. But let's take a look at the first pick from Powerplay. Of course, it's going to be Shadow Shaman. Again, personally, one of my favorite support heroes, especially with his Rasta wards, and as an overall really strong support with his Fork Lightning, where he's able to do so much burst damage early on, and he's locked down. I think he has one of the best lockdowns in the game, aside from maybe Lion, but Lion isn't as strong as him, I would say. Aside from the Hex, which both of them have, Shadow Shaman of course has the Shackle, which lasts so long, and it's pinpoint on the dot compared to Lion's Graveyard Stun. Is it called Graveyard Stun here? I can't remember what's called here.
It's called Impale.
Oh yeah, Impale, sorry, my apologies there.
Well, if you want to compare Lion against Shadow Shaman, Shadow Shaman does have lockdown for 2 targets, but not area. But then again, Shadow Shaman has the burst.
Yep.
For
he
first
has. Well, he's a better overall hero, I would say. He can do multiple things. He has the first skill for early burst, and he also can stop, pushes and whatnot. And he also has those Rasta wards, which basically helps in both defending and offensively. So overall, really strong compared to a Lion. Lion also has his Finger of Death, which does so much damage, and he can control heroes with his mana drain as well. Early on, controlling the mana pool of heroes. But yeah, as you say, comparing Shadow Shaman to Lion, both have their own positives and negatives, and capabilities. So yeah, but personally, I prefer Shadow Shaman. So anyway, the other hero that's going to be picked up is a Viper. So first time we're going to be seeing a Viper. It made through the first banning phase and instantly is picked up here by Powerplay. Over on the dire side though, they are going to pick up a Faceless Void and a Skyroth Mage. So a 4th position Skyroth Mage and possibly an offlane Faceless Void. Not too sure, but let's talk about this Viper. Finally, we're going to be able to see it being picked up here in a competitive game here in the Sea Dragon Battle. What are you expecting from this Viper?
Well, if there's no gang on Viper in mid, I think he'll just snowball and get that early, very fast mag. And with the help of Shaman, they can just push down showers real fast.
Indeed, indeed. If they do not lock down this Viper early on in the game, with the supports maybe rotating towards the middle lane, the Shadow Shaman is going to help along with that Viper to start pushing down lanes. And once Viper gets that early mechanism, there's no stopping him. He's with his third skill, and with that ulti, he's able to even kill heroes so quickly, lock them down, and you just can't kill him. He's so tough, he's so tanky, and he just does so much damage as well. So an overall really good hero to have on your side, which is why he's usually a first ban, first pick kind of hero. And this time around, it's picked up here by Powerplay, so looking forward to that. Again, Faceless Void and Scarf Mage being picked up by Gseven here. Really interesting picks as well. And here we go, Earthshaker. So 2 supports being picked up right now by Gseven. What do you think about the balance of Scarf Mage and Earthshaker as support? Do you think that they have the synergy to actually roam around and provide the support needed? Because those two are very different heroes, I would say.
No, I think it's a very good combination, because even if Scarf Mage can't cast his slow, Earthshaker could just follow up with stun, and Scarf Mage could just silence and just slow, while Faceless Void just jumps in and chrono and does some damage.
Yep, that is very true. Earthshaker, that long fissure stun, the long range and that stun, can just be super good utility for the team. Scarf Mage can follow it up with the silence, and that burst damage coming up from Scarf is just huge. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the two of them rotate around and combo and help out the lanes. Going to be interesting to see if it's going to be a tri-lane with the Faceless Void, or will they pick another safe lane carry and send Faceless Void to the off lane. Right now we'll just have to wait and see. But let's try to understand the draft a little bit by taking a look at the bans. So we see Pugna being banned out, as well as Tidehunter over in Gseven. And over on Powerplay we see Brewmaster and Wraith King. So Wraith King, really decent support, I guess. I don't know. Wraith King goes either way for me. I don't.
Wraith King, early game, is a very good support. So if it's transit to late game, and the game of course it doesn't end, then Wraith King could just go for semi carry with the help of.
He's kind of like a Mirana.
Yeah,
he's kind of like a Mirana. Mirana played as the 4th position. Early on, you just have to hit those arrows. Good combination with Shadow Demon as well. And then 20 minutes into the game, you can start picking up some items to go semi-carry, as you said. And I guess that's the same thing you can go with Wraith King. Maybe just first item is a support item, and then from there on, you can start picking up some semi-carry items. And then it's really hard to deal with due to it's the late game, especially if you let them drag it out. Wraith King with his crit, with that stun, and with that ultimate as well, is just such an annoying hero to deal with. So yeah, I understandably banned out here. Brewmaster, of course, a really annoying hero to play as well for the mid lane. They do have their mid lane right now, Viper, so maybe understandably they do not want to send a Brewmaster to go up against a Viper. Is Brewmaster a counter to Viper though?
Well, Brewmaster is a very strong mid, so and Brewmaster has the Drunken, which is the second skill. Yeah. So with that, Viper can't really harass him.
Yeah, that is true.
Panda could just walk in front and clap, and there goes the HP for Viper.
That is very true. So Brewmaster can be a big counter to that Viper, stopping him from picking up farm and stopping him from harassing him. So Brewmaster will be able to get some farm in that lane. So good ban out there for Powerplay against Gseven. And how about the Pugna and Tidehunter bans here? Tidehunter, of course, a really strong hero overall, especially for as an offlane hero. As we do not see. Okay, yeah, Tidehunter, a really strong offlane hero. Especially being able to stack up the ancients and basically take down those stacked ancients or stacked whatever it is. Tidehunter is overall a really strong hero to deal with it. But what about the Pugna ban though? They just don't want to face the push. They don't want to face that annoying ward.
With the annoying horde does counter Scarf Mage. So, and as well as the push. So yeah, you're right.
Yep, exactly there. Do not want to deal with that Pugna ward. It does counter a lot of magic spells. It just takes so much damage when you start to try and use spells. It's really annoying to deal with, to find it and to take it down. Basically it diverts your attention away from the battle. And if you don't deal with it as well, it's going to just do so much damage to you. So, just a really annoying hero to deal with, and if you allow Pugna to get some decent levels and farm early on, he's gonna push down your towers, you know, in a matter of seconds. You know, snap of the finger, your tower goes down, another one goes down. So yeah. So taking a look at the picks here, we see Earthshaker, as we started about it earlier, combination with the Scarif Mage and Bat Rider. Yesterday we saw, I think it was the day before, we saw an awesome Bat Rider played by one of the teams. I can't remember, but Bat Rider, a really strong hero, and he's probably gonna be in the offlane here, I think. Maybe,
most probably.
Or they might even send, they might even send Faceless Void offlane and allow Bat Rider to farm the safe lane to get an early dagger. You know, it is a possibility, so we'll have to wait and see how they actually decide to lane this. But right now, I think it's gonna be an offlane Bat Rider, and you know, Bat Rider, that lasso, man, the amount of overtime damage that, you know, Bat Rider is the hero where when you look at him at first, you don't think he's doing much damage, especially we know this the fire in the ground, but it's overtime damage. The more you stand in it, the longer you stand in it, then you realize, holy shit, this is starting to hurt, and you know, you kind of get zoned out by that fire, especially when you're low on HP. So that's the power of that Bat Rider that a lot of people don't see at times. And of course that lasso, man, once you get that dagger, basically blinking lasso, run away force staff. Oh, such an annoying hero to deal with there.
Indeed. And Bat Rider is very, very hard to counter. But then again, they got the center war runner, which does help them to escape from, let's say, Scarif Mage slow.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's a very, very risky pick.
That's a really interesting pick. Okay, before we get to that, let's take a look at the final two picks for power play. We see Death Prophet as well as Centaur. So Centaur's probably going to go off lane here. Is it going to be a Viper safe lane?
Yeah, most probably. But I'm not
sure. Who is the mid lane for Gseven right now?
Gseven, I would say Sniper. Yeah, most probably Sniper.
So Sniper against Death Prophet?
Seconds remaining.
Or Viper. Because with the help of the range, both of them could bully Sniper.
I guess, but if you send, I don't know. This is really curious. You know, Sniper, of course, a hero that we don't see very often in competitive play. You know, but then again, we are casting some, you know, different teams right now, so they're probably trying out new strats or something that they're comfortable with. But Sniper, you know, another personal favorite hero of mine, but as a mid in this game, easy rotations from Shadow Shaman and Witch Doctor could easily just take him out in, you know, an easy rotation. Like coming in from a smoke gang from the side, Witch Doctor stun his range, and then Shadow Shaman would just get in there with a Hex and instant shackle, and Sniper's dead. There's not much he can do. There's no way for him to get out of it.
Well, Death Prophet is gonna go mid with the shared tangle, and she's rushing the border. So, and Trilane top is gonna be Viper, Shadow Shaman, and Witch Doctor.
So it is gonna be a tri-lane top, yeah, okay.
Centaur bottom.
So it's gonna be a Centaur safe lane to try and maybe get a dagger fast on him. But if the opponents actually try to counter him with the tri-lane of their own, that's not gonna help him out at all. And as you said, middle Death Prophet, rushing that bottle. That Creep Storm is gonna help him, but as you said as well, the range on that Sniper will prevent him from getting that damage early on. But take a look at his items though. Are those mid lane items?
For Sniper?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, with the shared tangle and the 260 gold.
It could be an offlane Sniper, just putting it out there. You never know.
Well, Bat Rider took boots, so most probably Bat Rider offlane, or even jungle.
Most probably off Bat Rider offlane. Yeah, I should say maybe even jungle and a Faceless Void offlane, because it looks like Faceless Void is moving to that bottom. It might, yeah, I think he's going offlane.
Yeah. Well, I think Bat Rider is gonna stay in the jungle.
Oh, Bat Rider here has to be really careful. He is gonna be able to spot out Shadow Shaman as well as Witch Doctor and Viper here, but he has to be very careful not to get caught. He actually uses his Firefly, so he's gonna be able to get away. Not so sure why he actually used his Firefly so early on, but yeah, they are gonna spot the tri-lane that's going towards the top lane. Viper, Shadow Shaman, and Witch Doctor, a really strong combination here that I can see, and it does look like, I'm not too sure. I think Bat Rider is gonna be safe lane top. And or maybe even Skyraf is gonna go to the top lane once Earthshaker and Skyraf get an early rotation.
Through mid.
Yeah, they are gonna go through mid though. However, this is gonna be interesting to watch because both of them, they don't really have much lockdown. But in he goes. Skyraf Mage with that double damage. He's gonna come in slow. A nice fissure block there, along with that Sniper. Gonna be able to block him out. And there you go. First blood for Skyraf Mage. Double damage, doing the work here. Really nice fissure block for him. As Sniper will get an early lead in the middle lane. However, in comes the Death Prophet, and there's not much you can do to stop that Death Prophet once he gets his levels off. That Creep Swarm is just gonna box you off that lane. As Sniper, of course, going that early sharp Sharpenel, the first skill basically. He's not gonna have the range just yet. He does have 1 point now in his range skill, of course. As the supports now rotate towards that bottom lane to try and give some assistance to his Faceless Void. Because it's gonna be really hard for FV to go up against a Centaur. Of course, and in comes the Skyrock Mage though. Nice Fissure Block coming out yet again. And as they go onto the Centaur, nice good RNG to stun him as well. And the last hit goes out. Centaur will fall down. These supports are doing work, my friend. Skyrock Mage as well as that Earthshaker rotating around, getting 2 kills already. Nice good early lead for them. As his top lane 2 stacks on that Shadow Shaman, might not want to overextend a little bit too much as Skyrock Mage forces him back. And this is the power of Skyrock Mage as well. You know, if he is unable to get farm in the lane, he can just go into the jungle, stack it up, you know, and still get farm.
But by Skyrock Mage you mean Bat Rider?
Sorry, Bat Rider. My apologies.
Yeah. And regarding for the question about the Firefly, it's a very good Firefly because he scouted the rotation of the tri lane. Yeah. So he maybe could just detect like if ward was placed or not.
Yeah, he was able to spot whether the wards were placed, you know, and they did spot the tri-lane, so they were enabled to use the tri-lane of their own here. And Centaur has to be very careful again. Very nice Fissure Block, but very good use of the Tango to eat through the 3s and basically walk through. But again, that would have been kill number 3 should he had not used the Tango there. But again, these Fissure Blocks, man, they're getting they're done really well. Again, slow onto Centaur. Centaur has to be really careful. Does not want to overextend here. He has dropped really low, gonna use that potion to get himself back up here at this bottom lane, but he's not having a good time at all. And Faceless Void doing really well right now, 10 creep kills. But then again, it is the Viper and it is the Death Prophet that's leading the last hit and denies right now in this game. Sniper not doing oh so well against this Death Prophet right now. He is 10-2 though, so not too bad right now.
Well, when the
bottom lane again, Fissure Stun onto that Centaur. He has nowhere to run again, but a TP comes in by that Witch Doctor, and he will be able to pick off a kill on that Skyrock. Centaur, however, will go down, further delaying whatever farm he has, and you know that just makes him have such a hard game here. He's one unhappy Centaur.
Well, Centaur could try and gang other lanes with the help of the supports, like Shadow Shaman and even Witch Doctor. Yeah, the lockdowns. Yeah, nice rotation though by Witch Doctor to assist him, picking up a kill of his own, so he will be able to get some farm and levels at this bottom lane. Faceless Void, however, he has 900 gold. He instantly goes for the early power treads though, so that's gonna make him even more tanky. But he does not have any points up in backtrack yet right now. Choosing to max out time lock here, so to get the procs to stun. I guess he's gonna go really aggressive here as a Faceless Void early on in this game, and once he picks up that Mask of Menace early on, that's gonna be really tough to deal with for this team power play here. And did they just deward it here? Oh no, deward is here. Yeah, the ward was there. Yeah, so again, look at this sniper. He is doing decent against his Death Prophet, but he has to be really careful with his positioning. Does not want to get caught off position. Of course, he does have his supports nearby. Double damage rune at that bottom as well. He's gonna get that bottle, be able to bottle it up, and he's actually maxing Sharpenel. So, like, you know, early on we sit and we measure. Ooh, nice stun there by Centaur onto Faceless Void. Has to be really careful here. The stun coming out, taking a lot of damage, but he will be able to get away. Centaur, you do not want to do that. He's gonna get caught way off position here. Nothing Witch Doctor can do. Nice Fissure Stun yet again. And this is gonna spell the demise of Witch Doctor as well, as yet again they take down 2 kills at that bottom lane, and Gseven just snowballing it right now, as Sharpenel, right at Sniper, will assist in the kill, and he will be able to pick up his own phase boots right now at that bottom lane, and they will look to take down this bottom tier 1 tower, as with the assistance. No, in fact, Sniper actually gonna go back to that middle lane, but TP in, the Centaur TPing a bit too far out at his bottom lane, and instantly being forced to push back. Not too sure. Few bad judgments here right now by this Centaur Warchief. I'm not too sure what he's actually doing, but he had made a few bad calls. Chasing down that Faceless Void was not one of them when he had no vision. He did not know where the supports were. He should have backed off, knowing that he could not have killed that Faceless Void at that bottom lane. I agree. And look at this bad luck from Bat Rider. 2 Mud Golem stacks. Yeah, 2 Mud Golem stacks at this after stacking, you know, he's not going to be able to take them out. So useless Firefly right there, he's not going to be able to get his farm, so he will have to stack up the other camp. But it's pretty hard to stack up this camp right here. It's quite hard to stack that one. I've only been able to successfully stack that once, like in my entire career. Oh, you need to burn the trees. Yeah, I need to somehow burn the trees or something. And rotations mid from Scarf and Earthshaker.
As we see a rotation from that Skyruff going towards the middle again. That Prophet has to be really careful, waiting for the Fissure Stun. He will use the Crimson, but that's going to be just harassment here as he's going to get taken down yet again. And again, Skyruff Mage, man, he's doing work here in this game, and it's 6-1 right now for G7. And Bad Rider as well, not getting any farm at that top lane. Faceless Void doing decent only at that bottom lane, not doing too well. But right now, PP, man, what do they need to do to get back into this game? Shadow Shaman and Witch Doctor, you know, their presence in this game has been basically zero. Aside from that Witch Doctor TP to the bottom to pick up the kill, I haven't seen Shadow Shaman being doing much. He is level 4. I would like to see him get level 6, as we always say in the Shadow Shaman. He needs to get those wards ASAP and get to that level 6 as fast as he can. But right now, they need to do something to start locking down G7. Otherwise, it's going to be a really tough game for them to get back into.
And Viper needs to be very, very careful. But he spotted the Earthshaker rotating here, so it should be fine.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see as well. Viper at that top lane, he's been getting some really good farm. Look at his CS, 39-7. Bad Rider only 15 at the moment, and he only had one support. Ooh, Faceless Void, you have to be careful. Powerplay, Witch Doctor, not gonna spot him out in fact, and actually gonna try to do the double pull, but fails at doing so. So really unlucky and unfortunate for them there, as Faceless Void now rotating towards that middle lane, does have that ulti up, and with the Sharp now from that Sniper, it might just be enough damage. In goes the Faceless Void, ulti gonna be used as well. Sniper, what are you doing? He's gonna use his ulti. There you go. Final hit coming in. Centaur gonna use his ulti, but that's gonna be it, and nothing that they can do to save him. And Witch Doctor gonna use that stuns, but that's just gonna be all. And just a little bit of harass onto them. But Death Prophet, man, he needs some vision maybe in this area. I don't know. In that area, he needs some vision.
It was his mistake for going out, because Witch Doctor even pinged like 5 times to him, that saying Faceless Void is coming, Faceless Void is coming. He still goes out, throw it up. So it's his fault for that.
Yeah, so again, bad call, bad judgment there. Maybe it's a bit of a rookie play, but again, you know, they need to get some vision for him in this area, because if you realize this Skyruff Mage is basically gone through that area like 3 times now, and you know, has picked off kill onto Death Prophet, and that's not something you want to have as a Death Prophet. You need to get those early levels and some core items to get a bit tanky, so that you can start tanking some damage and pushing down towers, especially with the ulti. So that's something that he needs to start doing here, and he's getting outlaned by a Sniper who has not maxed take aim, so he does not have the range. He's not using that to his advantage. He's just basically using Sharp Nail to push him out the lane along with the help of his support. So this Death Prophet, he should be doing a lot better at that middle lane, I suppose.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant could stack some jungles and let Death Prophet get some jungle stacks to boost up the farm. But you know, they need the rotations for supports.
Yeah, indeed they do. They do need some rotations here. Sniper is just going to use his ulti to push Death Prophet further away from the lane. He does have that bottle as well. And this is the power of a Sniper mid at times. If it's successful, it is really strong. Because early on, level 6, once you reach level 6, you're able to spam out that Assassinate. It's not too much mana for a Sniper. And in fact, Sniper's mana pool is pretty high for an agility hero. If you take a look, he's level 8 with 455 mana. So that's pretty high for a agility hero. He's able to spam out, you know, the skills, especially the Assassinate. And with a bottle as well, that's going to help him in that, and he's going to be able to zone out that Death Prophet also more in the middle lane.
And he's using Strap Pro efficiently with the help of pushing the middle tower.
Yep, Faceless Void here, gonna bump into the Death Prophet, has to be very careful. He has no points in silence here, so it's unable to stop him. Faceless Void not gonna overcommit to this though. He is deep in enemy lines. He's gonna get instantly hexed here. Shadow Shaman gonna be able to shackle as well. And comes the ulti from Witch Doctor, and Centaur gonna use it as well just to secure it. And they're gonna try and chase down this Sniper, but Sniper already has that MOM along with that Phase Boots. He is gonna be able to get away with the help of the Fissure Stun by that Earthshaker. Again, you know, Fissure Stun just so strong. That long range stun by that Earthshaker proves
they tried to deny it.
They tried to deny it, but Sniper was able to get it down with that Sharp Nail. So really good boost of gold for this Sniper as well. Already top of farm, like 49 CS for his team, but he was going to be able to get it. So I guess they have that going for them right now. G7, you know, they have that farm on that Sniper, but it is in fact to note, Viper as well as Death Prophet are still the top CS for their team. So really going to be interesting to see how PP comes back into this power play, basically come back to in this game. Oh, Death Prophet actually saw the Skyruff but did not actually choose to stay there. Not too sure what that's all about. Maybe just allowing him to go back, and with that ulti they're going to try and push on this top lane tower as well.
But rotation is going from bottom as well.
Rotation to that bottom lane now as ulti gonna be used just to secure this kill. Centaur, you are not getting any way out of here, and you are probably gonna go down. Magic Stick gonna be used, but that's gonna be it as they got down. Top lane, they are gonna be able to take down this top tier 1 tower along with the Death Prophet's ulti, but this is just gonna be a trade-off. Bottom tier 1 tower is gonna fall as well. G7 working their way to it, just clearing off the creep wave first,
Middle lane.
and they will be able to take it down.
Top tower, top
middle lane, as we see a 4 stacks on this Shadow Shaman. What's he gonna do here? Is he gonna turn around? No, too slow. He's unable to actually slow him down here, but they will be able to take the top tier 1 tower, and with the help of the supports, they are gonna force this Bat Rider to back off here. And it's gonna be a trade, as I said, so top tier 1 for bottom tier 1. It's just gonna be a little boost of gold for both sides, but I say right now, power play, they need it a lot more.
Yep, and Bat Rider just got his dagger.
Yep, but right now, look at power play. They are going for tier 2. They have to defend this G7. They cannot allow their tier 2 to go down too quickly. It's 11 minutes into this game. Shadow Shaman already going to be reaching level 6 now. Going to use his ulti to try and take this down. You know, fortification going to be used right now. Sniper has rotated to the top lane. We see Earthshaker there as well. In comes the Fissure Stun. Only going to hit on Rich Doctor though. Rich Doctor dropping really low, but he does have that heal up. And you know that those Warsmen just doing work here. And the tower not going to be able to be denied. But in comes the Bat Rider with the dagger already. Going to be able to lasso onto the Shadow Shaman. But in comes the Hex. Shadow Shaman, you do not want to stand on that fire. He will be able to take down the Bat Rider, but he down he goes as well. Fissure Stun going to stop Skywrath Mage. And wow, that burst damage coming out. That Prophet falls as well. But Viper will be able to take out Skywrath Mage. Sniper is going to use that Assassinate onto that Viper, but that's going to be it, as Viper will be able to back out. So a 2-for-2 trade right now at this top lane. But in my opinion, I think Power Play came out on top there. They were able to take down core heroes such as Bat Rider, and of course Skywrath Mage did fall as well. Bottom lane, Central Warchief going to use his ulti, not too sure why. I think he was in a little bit of danger, or just to assist his team to get out of there. But that's going to be it, and 2-for-2 trade along with a tier 2 tower. Power Play definitely came out on top there. They are basically, I think they're about even in gold. Let's take a look at the gold chart here. Sorry. What's gold chart again? I can't remember.
F6.
Oh, difference to gold. F6, yeah. So right now it's pretty even, and in fact, Power Play has come back with their tier 2 takedown. They are ahead by about 500 gold. So interesting to see. G7, they have to start taking towers as well. They only have gotten that mid tower. They would like to take down that top tier 1 tower to get back some map control, because right now they've lost both at top, and this is going to enable Power Play to basically push down middle and bottom as well.
And Barrett is just trying to get some farm at bottom lane.
They're trying to get some farm at bottom lane, as you said. He already has his dagger though, so mission accomplished. He does want to get a little bit more items. Once he gets that force staff, that's basically going to be key points for him. He's going to be able to jump in lasso and force staff himself out, get an easy pick off on core heroes such as Death Prophet or Centaur before they can do anything in those clashes. So Power Play, knowing they have that Bat Rider has that dagger, they have to be really careful right now. And right now they're rotating towards the top lane, going to try and take down this top tier 1 tower, but they're not going to allow this to happen. Power Play. Here comes the Viper to defend this, and Sharp now just going to be used to try and do some damage to siege this tower as well. But here, look at that. All of them are smoked up. They are going to try and go for this. Viper going to be the bait here. They have to be really careful though. Centaur going to use the ulti. Nice vision there. He blinks in stun. Princess Void going to drop down really quick. Sniper going to try and TP out of here. Will he be able to get away? No! Tornado coming in. Nice use of the tornado there by their Prophet, and they will be able to get a kill onto Sniper and Power Play, man. They're coming back into this game. 2 kills for none. Trade off at that top lane. Really well use of the smoke, and that vision provided so much help as they are able to pick off on 2 core heroes. Both Sniper and Faceless Void here fell at that top lane, so that's really good pickoffs for them. Not too sure what the supports of G7 were doing. They had a really good advantage early on, but right now they need to get that back. Look at Power Play. They're rotating towards that middle lane. They're going to try and take down this tier 1 tower, and they can't let this happen as well. Faceless Void has it. Ulti. He goes in. Ulti only onto 2 heroes though. But look at the Skywrath Mage. So much damage into Shadow Shaman, but Mac has him. Going to keep him alive for now. Viper coming in. Shadow Shaman, you're going to use his ulti, and down goes Faceless Void. Down goes Earthshaker and Skywrath in the background, and this is not looking good at all. Down goes Bat Rider. He's not going to be able to fly away from this. Down goes the tier 1 tower, and look at how things has turned around oh so quickly. Power Play in full control of the game right now. Gonna take down 2 more towers, and what looked like a really good start for G7 has just turned into the worst possible mid game for them. 15 minutes in, Power Play are in full control over G7. What went wrong for them in that clash play?
Well, their positioning is a little bit of problem, because Witch Doctor bounced just side by side by them, and Centaur could just blink in and storm and double edge. So that's what causes them to clash just now.
I think Faceless Void went in too fast as well. He did not have a gauge on what exactly he was going to go up against. He just flew in there and ulti onto 2, thinking that he could take down Shadow Shaman really quickly, but he did not notice Viper was at the side with that mechanism to keep him alive, and Shadow Shaman's damage was basically done. He used the fork landing, he got down his ulti, and even then, whether he died or not, it did not matter anymore. His damage was done. He has done his job in the clash, and down he goes. So really bad play by that Faceless Void, I would say. He rushed in too quickly, did not exactly know what he was going to go for. This Bat Rider playing it really safely here, but he has to be really careful. Nice U Scepter there onto Bat Rider. Any initiation follow-up? No, none so far. Central Warship though, gonna use the ulti. Blink in, Skyrim Mage, taking so much damage. Down he goes. Earthshaker trying to save his teammate, but that's not gonna happen. Nice visual block though. Centaur could be in no man's land here. He is in a really bad position, but in comes Witch Doctor with the heal and too much backup from his team. That's just gonna be it, and nothing G7 can do to actually stop the push. So right now, all the towers look like they are gonna go down for G7 and Powerplay. They're just pushing forward, full map control, full gauge on items. They know exactly what they're going to go up against. Double damage rune on that. Ooh, nice heal yet again. This Death Prophet man is going in. Centaur going to blink and stun. Ulti by that Faceless Void, but he is going to catch Sniper as well. As down goes Sniper. Faceless Void not going to be having enough damage to even take down this Death Prophet. In comes the Earthshaker though. Going to have to commit the ulti to take him down. Faceless Void now going up against the Centaur. Centaur might not have wanted to use his double damage there, but that's going to be it. And he goes down. Viper now diving a little bit too deep as well. Lasso going to be used to commit to this kill, and 4 heroes down for Powerplay. They got a little bit too cocky too soon, dived a little bit too deep, and down they go. Only Sniper falling right there, and Expel, they're gonna get some gold from these Rasta Wars here. Will the tower go down? I don't think so. They might want to get some gold from this Rasta Wars, man. They're letting them hit it. Go, take them down. That's free gold.
No, the Rasta Wars are denying themselves just now.
Yeah, basically denying themselves, but you know, you send in an Earthshaker, you send in a Skyrim Mage, you know, you're gonna get some damage there. So yeah, so right now, how close is Earthshaker from his dagger? He's about 800 gold away. I think that's going to be key for this G7 team to come back. He needs to get that, they need to allow this Earthshaker to get his dagger. Because right now, if you look at the Powerplay team, they're a team that needs to clump up a little bit. You know, Death Prophet has to be in the front of the lines. Witch Doctor can stay in the back a bit, but basically Centaur has to be in front as well. Viper is the tank himself. Shadow Shaman is a hero that requires to be near range to lock down his heroes. So the only hero that's going to be in the back lines, I believe, is Witch Doctor. And even then, they need his heal up front. So they're a team that's going to be clumped up together a little bit much. So Earthshaker is key here to taking them down with the ultimate here, I would say.
Well, Shadow Shaman is gonna get his Blink Dagger like now, so it's all on Earthshaker and Shadow Shaman's patience.
Yep.
See who does the mistakes first.
Yep. If Shadow Shaman gets the vision onto that Earthshaker, he's gonna blink and Hex and Shackle instantly onto that Earthshaker to prevent him from actually getting off his ulti. But as I said again, they need to commit to getting Earthshaker this blink. I am happy to see that they're giving him farm at that middle lane. This is exactly what they need to do, and they need to allow him to get to that level 11 as well, because that's gonna be key in this game for them to actually come back. Because right now they're losing control of their game. They're losing so much control. They're gonna be able to drop the tier 2 tower as well, and this is gonna make them vulnerable to the Roshan. This is going to be an easy Roshan for Powerplay. In fact, if they wanted to rotate there, they would be able to take it down. They just had to get rid of this wards and get rid of the vision allowed. Sniper though, he's diving a little bit too deep. Oh, will he get Tornado here? Yes, he will. Half a second more and he would have been able to get out there. Just unlucky, this Sniper. Really sad for him as down he goes yet again. Death Prophet doing work with his heals. Just catching them off position yet time and time again.
Well, good try from Sniper. Even if he tries to run away.
Centaur gonna use his ulti as Bat Rider gets caught off but down at the bottom lane along with the help of Witch Doctor. Then another pick off. So right now they have to be really careful though. So this Earthshaker, he does have his Blink Dagger right now, so he is going to be again key, but he needs to get to that level 11. That's going to be one of the major things next that he has to do as well, to get that boost of damage for his team.
But they have the Die Ward there to see it coming.
Exactly what's going on now. They are gonna go for the Roshan because there's nothing that G7 can do about it. Even though they have that vision in that area, they know that they're gonna go for the Roshan, but look at how quickly it's dropping with the ultimates of Shadow Shaman as well as Witch Doctor and Death Prophet as well. And Witch Doctor is just keeping them alive. There's nothing they can do at all. So Roshan's gonna fall really quickly, I believe. Oh, Viper's gonna pick it up as well. So that's gonna be it from them, and G7 can't do anything at all. Faceless Void, you have to be really careful. You do not want to overcommit to this. However, Death Prophet, you are in no man's land. You are alone. Your team went back there. He goes in, faces Void with the ulti. Ooh, but nice timing with the ghost as they come back, keeping him alive for now. Nice use of the youth as well, tanking so much damage. Will his team be able to get back in time? He will go down, but this is where it comes in handy. Will the team be able to take it? No, Witch Doctor actually came to help, and down he goes. Not too sure what his team was actually doing there. They backed off while Death Prophet actually went to the bottom lane. So a bit of miscommunication, or maybe just Death Prophet being a little bit too cocky as they give free 2 kills to that G7. They are doing really well. They do not want to give them the control back to this G7 team, because right now they have taken all the outer towers and it's looking really good for Powerplay.
Indeed. And well, G7 is trying their best to come back. So they are gonna try and push the bottom tower now.
Yep, they definitely need to get some
and
towers.
Earthshaker does have his Blink Dagger, so we'll see how it goes.
Yep, definitely here Earthshaker can definitely do some good initiation here, especially if he gets a good one off. I'm not too sure if they have spotted the Blink Dagger on Earthshaker just yet. I don't think they saw it just now. He didn't use it, just I'm not too sure, but maybe they do, maybe they know. Centaur, oh, almost running into some trouble right there. But yeah, so anyway, if you're just tuning in right now, this is the Sea Dragon battle powered by MSI, sponsored by A-Data, organized by Dota Talk. There's another game happening on Dota Talk TV, so head over there if you'd like to see the other game. And Centaur uses his ulti, spots that Sniper, blinks in, but a little bit too cocky. Nice vision block there, gonna be used to take him down, but Sniper is gonna be blocked off by his own teammate as he gets forced off back into the enemy lines as he gets taken down as well. So they have lost their hitter here. They have to back off. They do not want to overcommit to this. Of course, Earthshaker does still have his Blink Dagger and his ulti up. He is, however, not level 11. I would like to see him maybe wait out a little bit more unless he gets a good opportunity. And look at the Powerplay team right now. They are clumped up as a team. As I said, you know, they're a team that needs to stay together to keep their team together, to dish out the most damage that they can. So G7 has to be really, really careful here to try and take those team fights. They have to be patient, especially this Earthshaker. He's really key to the team fights right now.
Well, they could just try and engage just now, but they're playing safe. Because after they disengage, they were clumped up together. So they made a safety measure not to engage and just back off.
Yeah, definitely. As you see, the opponents here, G7, they are grouping up, I believe, for smoke, waiting for one to come maybe. Yeah, they do have one on Skywrath Mage. So look at that. We are going to see a clash here. It's imminent. As Death Prophet, he has to be really careful here. He's moving into the secret shop, trying to pick up his item, gets his soul booster. He's going to be oh so tanky right now. As there you go. Ulti on the Centaur. In goes the Shadow Shaman, catching that faceless Sniper yet again. Sniper going to go down. Earthshaker only catching one hero with his ultimate here. What has Earthshaker done to his team? Sniper going to buy back here. Skywrath Mage is going to be able to use his force stuff to get away, but nice use yet again as Viper is at the side. Is he going to go for it? No, he's going to commit to this Shadow Shaman Sniper kill, and that's a dieback for the Shadow Shaman. In comes the Faceless Boy on the ultimate, but that's going to be it. No damage that can be dealt, and down goes Skywrath Mage as well. So this is really bad position for them. Bad Rider falls, gonna buy back as well, but there's nothing at all that he can do about it. Ulti gonna be used by Death Prophet now. He's gonna be healed back up by the Witch Doctor, and this is high ground push right now. There's nothing at all that G7 can do about it. I don't see any way for them to actually stop this push. It's a wasted buyback here by that Bad Rider. In fact, it's a dieback by Sniper as well. That's going to be lots of gold wasted. And Powerplay, man, they're in full control of this game. Earthshaker, we said that you had to be patient, but you went in too soon, catching only one hero, and that was an absolute waste.
No, the whole team didn't have the patience. They could have just waited.
Oh, but here comes Lasso by that Bad Rider, gonna catch Witch Doctor out, but that's just a support. Viper gonna come back in, doing so much damage onto the Death Prophet. Centaur diving a little bit too deep, gonna use his ulti to get away. He went, hey, I'm here. No, I'm getting out of here. There he goes, and he's out. So right now, G7 trying to chase him down, maybe trying to get up a few more pickoffs, but that's gonna be it. I don't think they're gonna be able to chase down anyone. Death Prophet gonna be able to get out of there. He's in fact gonna be able to bottle up an illusion rune as well. But in comes the blink by the Bad Rider. Does not want to overcommit here. Does not want to get picked off. And there you go. High ground. Bottom lane Raxus down. G7 just not having the patience, as you said. The whole team. Bad Rider went in a bit too soon. Sniper was just caught off position. Way off position. Not for the first time. This has to be like the second or third time now he's been caught off position. And he gets taken down. But they need him to be in the back lines. They need him to be getting those free hits off on this power play team right now. So right now it's not the end of the world. They only lost one lane of Raxus. But it is looking really grim for them.
No, Sniper could have died and buy back later because they have a vision in the lane here. So if Radiant were to push and the whole team is over here, and Faceless Void could just jump in and ulti while Sniper TPing buyback.
Yep.
So no patience.
I didn't understand the Bet Rider buyback as well. Like your whole team was dead. It was just you and Earthshaker who had already used his ultimate. And look at him, Sniper, you're being too greedy. You're going for farm that you shouldn't be going for. You need to stay in base, get whatever farm you can, and stay behind. Because right now you're just feeding off kills to the enemy team, and down he goes again. 46 seconds, and this is going to be a long respawn here. It's going to be Powerplay's chance to push in, get another lane of Raxus, and Centaur, he spots something. Ulti going to be used. Bad Rider knows he's in no man's land here. He blinks out, no force stuff just yet, but going to use his Firefly, get him onto the high ground, and TP's back. So he's going to be fine just for now. Centaur is going to have wasted ulti. He needs to wait a minute for that right now. But again, G7, you guys have to be patient. No Echo Slam. Okay, Echo Slam actually ready now. Oh, there you go. Faces
Oh, that's
doing
a
it.
good
Catching
throw.
for it. It's a good ulti. Catching for heroes. But Earthshaker, no follow-up. He cannot blink into that ultimate there. They are able to catch down the Witch Doctor. Pipe going to be used right now. That's going to negate a lot of damage by this Earthshaker. And this is really bad for them. Nice lasso. He's going to force stuff himself back in, but that's going to be it. Earthshaker, where are you? Now is your time to shine. You need to go in right now. They're all clumped up. Your tower's falling, and this is your time to shine. But Bad Rider is down. Sniper's just spawn. In goes the Earthshaker with the ultimate, only catching Shido. And with that, nothing. No damage at all because this team is just too tanky. Macasm gonna be used as well, and Viper, they are just so tanky. The time to shine was the earlier clash, and right now items have been picked up by this Legion, this Radiant side, and that's gonna be it. They are gonna be able to take down both middle and top Raxus, breaking high ground on both sides. And I think that's GG, man. There's nothing G7 can do at all right now. 27 minutes into this game is just too far off for them to actually come back right now.
There's a lot of miscommunication.
Yeah, lots of miscommunication, and that's a really good ulti by Faceless Void, that's for sure. They caught all 5, but there's no follow-up by Earthshaker. There's nothing he could do that he can't blink into an ulti off the Faceless Void, of course. So really unfortunate for them there. No follow-up at all. The only thing they did was take down the Witch Doctor, which wasn't a core, so that didn't do much for them.
No, Faceless Void could have waited for the Radiant team to go to push and stick the clump up together. Because Sniper is still dead, so there's no damage output from that.
Yep, Pipe gonna be used right now at this top lane as well, just to secure the Raxus. Nothing that G7 can do. In fact, 3 heroes down. GG is gonna finally be called. 28 minutes into this game, well played by Powerplay. They had a really rough start here. G7 had an incredibly good start, getting 7 kills to 0 early on in the game. Supports did a job, but Earthshaker just couldn't be patient enough with his daggers and his echo slams, and that's gonna be it basically. That just led to the demise, and Powerplay, they are gonna be able to take this. So Malaysia, man, taking game number 1 against Myanmar. G7 of course not out of it. They are gonna be going up in the next game, I believe. Oh no, we're gonna be casting Powerplay versus Green Can Fly in the next game. So yeah, any last words on this game, Flair?
Well tried for G7 and well played by PP.
Yeah, really well played by Powerplay. G7, early on, you guys did really well. You just had to ride that momentum. Unfortunately, they were not able to, and Powerplay just came back with a bang. They took control of the game, took down those towers, and that's it, man. That was, their fate. They took the game, and really well played by them. So, coming up next, we're going to have Green Can Fly versus Powerplay. My name was articshadow, and joining me was Flair. If you like our cast, make sure to stay tuned for more, and we'll be back shortly. See you guys.